Welcome back to Starving Artist Courses, your all-in-one online music education resource. My name is Juet, and this is week 3 of your voice lesson for Photograph by Ed Sheeran. Now, if you missed the last 2 videos, you want to go back and check those out first before you start today's lesson. We went over the verse and the pre-chorus, so we've been building every single week. And now today we're finally at the chorus of the song. And we're going to learn a brand new singing technique that you may or may not have learned quite yet. So it's going to be an exciting lesson. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first things first. Remember, this song is in the key of E major, which means it follows this scale pattern. Starting on E. And what that means is that all of the notes that we're singing as it relates to this song will be one of those notes as we sing the melody, okay? Also very important before we jump into the chorus is remembering that there are different registers or different sections on the piano, meaning there's multiple areas where it's the same note, but they sound different. As you go up this way, they sound high. As you go down here, they sound low, right? So this E is lower than this E. And also this E is higher than this E. Same exact note, they just sound different as you go up and down on the piano. Okay, now remember Ed Sheeran, he's typically singing in this register here for the verse and the pre-chorus. But as he moves onward and goes into the chorus, he changes not only the register that he's in, but the style and method of how he's singing. He changes his voice and does something called falsetto. Falsetto is a method of voice production used by male singers, especially tenors, to sing notes higher than their normal range. So as you listen to the chorus, you'll notice he sings it like this. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, right? Now he could sing it like, so you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans. But he changed his voice and went higher. Now as singers, we all have a specific range that our voice is very comfortable to sing in. It's how high and how low we can go before our voice begins to shake or begins to crack. Just this nice comfortable area for our vocal cords. That's where choirs come from, different sections in choirs. You have bass, baritone, tenor, alto, soprano, all of that. And that goes by the specific range that the singer can sing in. Okay, so when Ed Sheeran sings Photograph, when he sings the chorus of Photograph, he switches over to falsetto. That part is a little high, so he switches his voice over to go, so you can keep me, as opposed to going, so you can keep me. He ends up switching it to that falsetto sound. So it's kind of like if I was doing the E major scale, doing the do, re, mi, and I started here. Do. That's really comfortable to sing do there. But this do, you see that starts getting a little shaky to the voice. So this register down here is a little more comfortable, typically for male singers, okay? Now if I were to go here, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So my voice is starting to get a little shaky as it goes up there, but there's a technique called falsetto that allows for you to actually grasp that and take advantage of the fact that that's going up and controlling it by switching your voice over to a sound that's like this, talking and singing like that. So you go, do, re, mi, fa, sol. Now I'm starting to get a little high. La, ti, do. So you switch your voice over to this whispery head voice where your voice is up higher, but it's not shaking. You're actually controlling it and switching it over. Now, as we're learning about this falsetto, you may be asking, how exactly do we switch our voice over to make that falsetto sound? Now, our voice actually naturally tries to switch over into that when we're going higher and higher, and we can't reach, so it tries to compensate and switch over and make this falsetto sound like this. That's what it's doing at that point. But that sounds a little gritty. It doesn't sound clean, but you want to be able to control that. So there's a couple strategies you can use to practice switching over to the falsetto voice. So the first thing you can do is start in the register that we sang the song in for the verse and the pre-chorus, which was down here. So you start in that E, and you work your way up that scale. And then you'll start hearing your voice wanting to switch over. Now, this is typically for the guys. For guys who may have a lower tone, such as myself, you can start here, and you'll see your voice changing as you go up. Do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Around this area, starting to get a little tight. La, ti, do. And I switch to falsetto at that point. Now for ladies, this still may be comfortable being here. So you may want to start here and do the scale going up. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Now for me, I already had to start in that falsetto because it's getting a little high for me. And if some of you are altos, you want to go soprano and go higher, you may want to start here. But as you go higher, your voice is going to want to switch over to that. So what I would do is kind of go up and down the scale using your piano or your piano app if you have one. Go up and down the scale that way and notice as your voice switches over. Then when it does switch over, try and control it and make it sound nice and clean. So again, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, ti. You hear that rasp, that grit in my voice? Ti. We're going to clean that up. Ti, do. Okay? Now, that's one way that you can do it. Another way is to literally just sway your voice up and down. Remember, we learned the siren technique in the beginner voice series. But you can use that siren technique and work your way up. And then as it switches up, you switch to that falsetto voice. So you're going E, do. You want to go up to do. And again, ladies, if you need to start at this one, do. Okay? So those are a couple of ways that you can try and practice getting into that falsetto range. It's going to take practice, it's going to take training, but keep playing around with it. And just because this song is in the key of E, you don't necessarily have to always start on E. We're just referencing E because Photograph is in the key of E. But you find what note starts off comfortable for you and where you can go higher, where you feel that your voice is pushing the envelope a little bit. That's a good thing. That's what you want. So you want to push that envelope just a little bit. And then when you hear like, oh, it's trying to switch over, then you want to control that and then make it sound nice and clean, okay? So that's how you can practice switching over to the falsetto. So when Ed Sheeran begins to sing the chorus of the song, he switches over to his falsetto voice and it goes like this. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me close until our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. So what we're going to do today, we're going to play those notes of the melody line for that song like we did last week and the week before. Then we're going to play the chords of that without me singing, and you're going to sing along to it. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so remember, this next section, we're not singing down here anymore. Now we're up here. This is where we're going to sing in the falsetto. And the first note that we're hitting is the E. And that's going to be the word so in the chorus, the first word. So we're going to go, so you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me close until our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. Okay, and those are the notes for that section. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tap it without singing it, and I want you from home to go ahead and sing the exact same notes and make sure you're matching each one of those. And if you don't, rewind it, play it again, rewind it, play it again, until you're right on each one of those notes as you sing it. Let's go ahead and try this exercise. All right, great job. So now for this last exercise, I'm going to play the chords once more without myself singing. You're going to go ahead and sing it again by yourself and try your best to match all of those notes again without me tapping it for you. Let's go ahead and try it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's it for this week. Great job. Make sure as you practice this week, you start from the verse to the pre-chorus and work your way up to the chorus, switching from your regular voice to singing in falsetto. If you need to listen to this song without the vocals, go back and watch our piano video as Kat plays through the song. She starts from top to bottom, and then she does it at 108 beats per minute as well, so you can sing it right at the BPM of the song. Make sure to join our mailing list so that you can get your free gift, Finding Your Rhythm, Making Time for Your Dreams. It's a PDF that will help you get excellent with your practice. And also, if you want to join the Starving Artist community and get one-on-one lessons from your instructors, go to starvingartistcourses.com/VIP. Thank you so much. Next week, we are going to wrap up this series with the final voice lesson. So make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the bell, and I'll see you then.